Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to class. Um, we are going to start laying down, but I want you to grab your blanket. Hopefully, you have a blanket. Grab a blanket and fold it in threes the long way, into thirds, I guess. Make a little burrito, but have it the longer way so that it is all the way across the short edge of your mat. And then if you want to lay on that, it's the blanket's going to go under your armpits. We have done this before if you've taken classes with me. Um, the armpits are going to be above the blanket, your head on the floor. If you need the support or your head drops back too much, I would strongly suggest a low pillow underneath your head or a second blanket so that you're not laying there with your chin up in the air. Okay. So if you want to go ahead and get settled, I thought I would read a little something for our class today. And this was a quote I saw some time ago in Magnolia magazine. And I wrote it down because I felt like it really spoke to life and yoga all at the same time. So as you settle down, your legs can be straight or your knees can be bent. Try to find yourself comfortable with that blanket at your back. If it is too thick, please lessen the roll so that it doesn't feel too uncomfortable if it's uncomfortable. And then tap into your breath. All right. So this quote says, "Our days are shaped by how we move through them. Our postures say something about how we're showing up for ourselves, for others, for the big moments and the quieter scenes. A new point of view, even just a turn of a page, can open us up to reconsider how we position ourselves in the world we live in. What's visible can become tangible in how we carry ourselves throughout a day. Being present and connected to ourselves, being present and connected with others with intention. Everyday postures can take on the power of presence." Like that one. So as you're laying on your blanket, and remember too, if it is uncomfortable, truly a half inch one way or the other can really make a difference. Maybe the arms are either out at T position or they're in cactus pose. And make sure you're not overarching in your lower back. If you are, just a little lift of the hips and a real strong lengthening of the tailbone. And then set the sacrum back down on the floor. Pausing here and just getting a sense of what this posture feels like and what it would do to our posture, right, as we walk around in the world. And if there's any emotional attachment to it, if you feel vulnerable with your heart wide open, or if it feels freeing in some way. So when we explore the front body, which we did a few classes ago, right, we talked about how the front body contracts way more than the back body. So as we work our core and our chest and our our quadriceps, our thighs, right, the whole front of the body maybe gets stronger, but it also the muscles can get shorter, and then we start to get shorter. We start to constrict through the front body and overstretch through the back body, creating a real imbalance here. So, for the moment, maybe we just explore this very subtle opening of the chest. And if your knees were bent and your feet are on the floor and you're ready, maybe you go ahead and straighten the legs and notice what changes there. Watch the low back. Maybe you take the feet a little bit wider on the yoga mat. Allow the legs and the hips to relax. And take a nice deep breath here. And as you exhale, feel the back of your body press into the blanket. Good. 2 more like that. Deep breath. Exhaling. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Take the arms, stretch them overhead. The elbows don't have to be straight here. Keep it soft. You're going to notice a change in the stretch. Just notice, and maybe if you can feel where your fingers are, you can stretch a little more. And notice if one side of the chest or the armpits or the side body feels tighter than the other. Keep as much a neutral cervical spine, as much of a neutral neck as you can. Deep breath. Feel the shoulder blades seat down toward the blanket at the same time that chest lifts. And then bring the arms back to cactus. Bend your knees. Place your feet on the floor. Take both upper arms and press them into your blanket. So I'm pressing those arms into the blanket. Fingertips are pointed up toward the ceiling. Lengthen the tailbone and just lift the hips a little bit. We're not talking a big boat or bridge pose here, just a little bit. And then tap the hips back to the floor. Good. And lift and lower. Good. Just 3 more lifts. Lower, 2 left, up and down. Feel your feet up and down. We got 1 left. Lift up and lift down and release. Turn onto one side with the blanket in place. Now, if that blanket hurts, feels really yucky, or you can't take a breath, a deep breath in particular, take that blanket out or lower it down. So the top arm either supports your head, and preferably something supports the bottom arm supports your head. Take the top arm up and reach it overhead. And just kind of notice here, right? Keep the neck long, stretch to that side, take the top leg out. Keep the bottom leg bent at a 90-degree angle so that you have good support. And then as you exhale, I want you to take the leg up, turn the palm so it starts to meet the leg. It might touch. I wouldn't overreach here. And then slowly let go. The toes turn back toward the front of you, the front wall. Good. Take it up, turn the palm, maybe the leg and the hand touch. And slowly go down. Let's do 3 more. Take it up. I want you to go slow here, especially on the descent. Breathe. Good. We got 1 left, everybody. And breathe. There we go. And turn everything around. Release both knees. So both knees are bent. Take the top knee to your chest. Reach down with your hand and start to take that leg back. Now, if your knee does not allow that compression, take the hand underneath your thigh or to the front of the thigh and stretch that way. So the knee comes in and then it reaches back, but we're not overarching into the back, right? Try to keep it at the front hip. Stretch. Again, thinking about your front body, maybe noticing how that blanket is feeling along the ribs. Good. Stretch. And take that knee to your chest. Take the hand behind your thigh and extend it all the way out. Woo. Good. Take the top hand, put it back on the floor, swing the leg, Bring it back. If you can, leg is straight, take it forward. Good. Swing it back and forward. Good. One more. Just swing and forward and fully release that. All right. So I need to switch sides so I have room. But first, I want everybody to come to your bellies and lay over the blanket. So now this blanket is just below the breast line, just at the lower, kind of the lower to mid ribs. Again, the hands support the head so we don't have the head dropping. Press your pubic bone into the mat and lift both legs. Find your breath. And lower those legs down. Lift just your right. Make sure you're keeping the hip points on the floor. And lower, lift just the left. And lower, lift both. Hold right here. Feel the press of the blanket, but not overly. The glutes are squeezing. I want you to press the hands into the floor and lift the head. So the arms are still on the floor. We're doing this modified locust pose. Feel your breath. If you're still okay here, take the elbows to your side body and lengthen as you lower the head. And bring the elbows back, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And relax. And then turn all the way over to your other side. I've just got to switch ends so I have room. So now we're laying over the blanket on the other side. The hand and arm are supporting your head. Bottom knee is bent 90 degrees. Take the top arm over. Take the front leg or the top leg and straighten it and just feel the stretch here, everybody. Try to keep from rolling back or forward. Try to stay right at that side body. And when you're ready, super slow, both arm and leg start to lift. And then the hand turns, the leg turns, and we maybe tap. And then everything goes back down. Good. Take it up, squeeze. Slowly lower down. We've got 3 more. And down, stretching that side body and then contracting it. And release. Good. Last one. Squeeze it up and lower it down. Feel that nice little stretch. Bend the knees. Breathe. Take your top knee to your chest. And again, either the hand can go right to your front of your thigh or it can come down to your ankle. Draw the knee back, stretch the front of the top leg, and bring it back to your chest. Excuse me. Reach back, forward, stretch. This just feel really nice, stretching that front leg and back. Last one. Breathe, just a nice stretch here. And then bring that knee to your chest, maybe hold that thigh, stretch the leg out. If you don't need that hand, go ahead and place it down and then slide the leg back. And again, we're focusing right here. Think front body, right? As we stretch. Last one. Ooh. And stack those knees, everyone. Nice job. We're almost done here. Come back to your bellies. Come into Sphinx pose. So you're on your elbows. Hands, wrists are right in front of you. The shoulders are drawing back. And maybe you feel the blanket underneath you. Like I can feel that blanket just barely touching the lower ribs. So what I want you to do is press the lower ribs away as if you were going to go into a cat pose, a rounded pose, and then let it drop and lift the head. Good. As you exhale, curl it away from the blanket and inhale, lift. Just one more here. Curl, curl, curl. And lift. And then hold here, press into your elbows, flip your toes under, lift the hips off the floor, half plank. Still okay, lift the knees, coming into full plank. Breathe, fire up the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, everybody. Fully release, turn onto your side. We are not quite done with the floor work. I just want you to undo the blanket by one, or I guess by all, and then take it underneath your seat. Come on back down. Good. So it should not be throwing off your spine. So I've got my hips and sacrum on the blanket, and it's going right up to those lower ribs. Elbows press into the floor, your fingertips point up. We draw the shoulders back and lift the chest. Plant your feet, lift your hips, bridge pose, everyone. Breathe here. Good. 4, 5. I want you to just tap your hips or sacrum and lift. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Whew, and 5. Hold right here. Let the hands come to the floor. And if your knees allow, walk the feet in so that your fingertips touch the back of your heels. Press into your feet. Make sure the knees are not caving in. Feel the big toe mounds pressing into the floor. The tailbone lengthens. Breathe, everyone, and slowly lower all the way down. Release fully. Deep breath. All right, left knee comes to chest. And then the left leg extends up toward the ceiling. Again, just a little bit of work here. Bend the elbows, let the fingertips press up toward the ceiling. Press the shoulders and the back of those upper arms down to the floor. All right, we're going to lift with just the right leg. That is not your idea of a good time. Go back to both legs. Here we go. So lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, one more. 5. See if you can hold, maybe point the toes. Lower everything down, release. Whew. One more, once the other side, right knee comes up to chest. We extend that leg up. Make sure that left leg and foot are planted. Here we go, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, hold. 5, maybe point your toes. Stretch the front of those legs. And release, everybody. Draw the knees to your chest. Take both hands to both upper knees, or just up on top of the knees, I guess. Push your thighs away, but push your thighs back in. So isometric work here, core work. Breathe. So I'm pushing really hard with my hands, and I'm pushing in the opposite direction pretty hard with my thighs. Just getting some nice core work going here. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees to your chest. Roll the knees over to one side and come on up. So you've got your blanket there ideally. So let's stay with that. We're going to be on the hands and the knees for a moment, or 2 or 3. So find that. Maybe kind of circle around those ribs a little bit, all that work that we just did. And then plant your hands, tone in through the belly, extend out through the left leg, and then readjust so that the hips feel pretty even. Lift the leg, keep yourself nice and balanced, and then take that left leg out to the left side. So what I'm hoping you're feeling is this contraction with the side ribs, right? The side waist. Big deep breath, and then bring it back to neutral. Take the right arm out. Left leg, right arm. Find your breath. Release. Lower that foot. Extend the other foot. Let's just do a small plank here. Breathe. Lower one knee, lower the other knee. Sit back for just a moment. Stretch through that upper body. And come right back up. Check the hands. Make sure you're not overly weighting in that pinky side. Take the right leg back. Lift the leg and then find that nice tone through the low belly. Take the right leg out. Keep everything else neutral. Feel the squeeze in that side body. Big deep breath. Keep the toes pointing down. And then bring it back to neutral. Take the left arm out, balancing table. You got it. Lower the hand, lower the knee, sink back, stretch. Come on back up. Left leg out. Take it out to the side and then take it across and tap your toe. So now we're stretching. Look back at that. So stretch through the left side, but crunch the right side. And breathe. Release, take that back. Right leg out, flex the foot, take it out to the side, and then stretch it across. Look back at that foot. Think about contracting the left side waist as the right side stretches. Good. Lift and release. Stretch it back. Almost done with this. Come on back up. You're going to walk your right hand to the left corner of your mat. You're going to just step it all the way across and then drop your left elbow to the floor. So right hand is reaching forward and then stretch all the way back. Maybe wiggle the hips a little bit. Maybe stretching through the arm, the armpit. Breathe the chest. Good. Release. Press up. Take the left hand to the right corner of your mat and then just drop the right elbow. Stretch that side. How long can we get? How much can we find that stretch reasonably? And release, everybody. Good. Plant the hands. Let's get a nice down dog in there. Woo. Make sure we're not stressing out the upper body. Hands are planted, arms and upper back are working. Maybe pedal the feet. Find your breath. Good. Take those feet nice and wide. Walk the hands all the way back. Pause here in your nice forward fold. Bend your knees. Take your hands to your knees and come on up to standing. Well done. Good. You probably can move your blanket out of the way, but I don't know that we'll need it anytime soon. Grab your strap, everybody. So the thing I read this morning, right, about posture, so important. I was watching a thing on osteoporosis yesterday, and one of the things that it said is how much yoga helps with your posture, right? Keeps your back from rounding and helps with some of the deterioration of the upper spine. So we know that already. So no big surprise. If you want to come in a wide leg squat, if we're going to do some shoulder stretching, if your legs need a rest, you can keep them straight. Take that strap nice and wide, take it up overhead and take it behind you. See if you can get it either behind the head or directly behind the shoulders. What you do with your legs here is up to you as long as it's good form and good yoga. So press the knees out if you're in a goddess squat. Big deep breath, everybody. And then take the arms up, straighten the legs, Exhale, take that behind. And up, some of you shoulder-wise can take that strap down and back up. Good, take it down and up. Just one more. Down and up, and then bring that strap forward. Roll that out. Set the strap aside just for a second. I forgot to say at the beginning, going to need a loop in your strap, roughly that big. It'll be a little smaller once we get to it. So if you didn't have that already, take a second to do that. And then set your strap aside for a second. Good. Turn the legs or turn the feet forward. Come into a nice forward fold here. Now, I know some of you have to watch these forward folds. So either take your hands to your shins or grab your blocks and place those underneath your hands so that you're not quite as low. Draw the shoulders back. Maybe bend the elbows. Those of you who are comfortable, let that head hang, right? How often we keep cranking on the back of that neck. So let it hang and imagine the smoother transition from the upper back to the neck and the skull. Good. Come part way up. Turn your right foot out to the side. Bend your right knee and walk both hands over to the right. So I'm mirroring here in case that's confusing. Press into the long left leg and maybe feel the stretch along the inner thigh. And then come on back up. Good. Straighten the right foot, but turn the left foot out to the side a little bit and bend the knee and walk the hands. Sitting back. Come back to center. Good. Press one hand, press your left hand into the mat or into your block. Let's take the right arm up. Breathe, everybody. Feel the wingspan. The left shoulder rolls under, the right shoulder rolls high. I'm not reaching my arm past my shoulder line. Exhale, let that go. Come to the other side. You can see maybe I'm using a soft fist, but if you had your blocks or if I had my blocks, I'd probably use that instead. Let's take the left arm up and reach. Think about the right shoulder tucking under, the left shoulder reaching up. And release. Good. Turn the toes in, bend your knees. If your strap is right there, grab your strap and come on up. Woo, shake that out. Holy moly. Take the strap over one shoulder. Reach back with your hands. Good. I just love to work with the legs, so I'm going to come into another little squat here. You're going to straighten the right leg or right arm as you bring the left hand behind. And breathe. And then release that, go the other way. Take the right arm up or take the left arm up as you bring the right arm behind. Release, go the other way. It's kind of cow face arms, right? Breathe. Release, one more, other side, and breathe. So we're working with those front shoulders, front line of the body, and breathe. And release that, shake it out. Oh. All right, grab your loop. I think we're pretty opened up in that upper body now. I want you to grab your loop and feed yourself through it, either through the legs or through the head, shoulders, until you have that loop around your body. And notice where the buckle is. This loop's going to go below the chest line, at the ribs, and tighten it up. Not super tight, not super tight. And then go back to a wide leg. Have the feet squared. And I want you to pull. So if I'm mirroring here, I'm going to pull to the right. And if I just let it pull, you would feel the whole left side move. But I'm going to resist, right? And just feel that. Like feel this tension of pushing back here we're working with some contraction while we're reaching, while we're pulling the strap. See, I know what I want to do, but my brain and my mouth aren't working together today. And then maybe extend the arm out, extend the other arm out, but I'm still pulling pretty hard to resist that strap. Good. And release. Just flip that strap around so the buckle's on the other side. Same thing, make sure it's right around the low ribs. Take it in close to start. Feel the pull, resist the pull, and then extend the arms out. Resist, right? It's a little more than you think to keep the torso square over, over the center of the legs. Release, turn it back around. So I got the buckle right here, got the strap. If I'm mirroring in my right hand, I'm going to turn my right foot out, bend the right knee. What do we got here, everybody? Right, the legs are ready for warrior two. So first, I want you to pull forward. This is what we do in warrior when we're not paying attention. The torso goes forward, right? It's leaning over, the hip to leg space is crunched up. Don't want that. I want you to pull, resist. I want you to pull it back and extend. Now, engage the back glute, back leg. Resist the pull, everybody. Breathe. Good. Take that strap down to your thigh. Pull that strap back and take the arm up, extended side angle. Keep working with the ribs here. Big deep breath. And then take that top hand back, pull on the strap to come into exalted warrior. Big deep breath. Release. Straighten the legs. Turn your strap around. It's pulling on the other side, right? Here we go again. Turn the left foot forward and bend the knee. Check your back foot. Make sure it's parallel to the short edge of your mat, or a little bit more. And then again, what I see all the time is this, right? It's this kind of lean when we really want this. We want this pull back of the ribs. So I'm giving my body something to think about from an alignment standpoint. Where are my ribs? What am I doing? And then maybe extend the arms out, but keep that strong resistance. Make sure your pose feels good. Breathe, and then take that same strap down to, or forearm down to your thigh. Pull the strap away and extend up. Breathe. And then exalted warrior. Oh, I think I just had a little adjustment there in my spine. I heard a little pop up in a good way. And release. Whew. Just let that strap hang. Take all your toes forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come on down. Oh. And then walk the hands forward. Keep the legs wide. Just stretch all that out that we just did. And breathe. And walk those hands back. Turn your toes out, knees out, hands to knees. And come on up. Loosen the strap. And take the strap off. Hang on to it. Hang on, everybody. All right. So I want you to take that strap behind you. You don't need to stay wide legs if you don't want. Take it behind you into the armpits. Press the chest forward, right? But then resist. So I've got, again, a fair amount of tension, and I'm doing this little upper body, almost like a cat-cow for the upper body, pressing the chest forward, but then drawing the belly in and pressing back into the strap at the same time. From there, let's take the arms up Open up the spine, engage legs and glutes, and then reach up. Maybe look up a little bit if you're comfortable. Little back bend here, right? Stretching through that belly, fired up legs, and release. Roll that out. Set your strap aside. Come up to the front of your mat. Maybe you have your blocks there. Stand in mountain pose. Think about your posture. Think about every day, right? If we are here versus here, right? I just grew an inch or two just by lifting up instead of curling down. And then think when you curl down, right? The heart, the lungs, the diaphragm, none of that can work as well when we are so tight here. And this is your stress response, right? Also. So think about that. Okay. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, everybody. Hands can come to your blocks. Shake it all out. Maybe notice how the hips feel, how the arms, legs feel as you stand in this just gentle forward fold. And then soften the knees, step back with your right leg. Hold your lunge here for a moment, front knee to front ankle. Take the left arm up, reach it up, and find this nice big stretch. Take that hand behind your head and tap your elbow. We did this last week. And lift up, open the front chest. Take it down and open. Good, just one more. Take it down, tap, and open the elbow, and then extend the arm, fire up the back leg. Release that hand down. Turn your back foot to the side position. Warrior two stance. Front heel to back heel. Front knee is bent. Take your hand to your left knee. Press all the way up. All the way up, everybody. Stretch it out. Think about those ribs. Think about the strap. Pull that imaginary strap back. Open up through those arms. Find your breath. And then take your front forearm to your front thigh. Take that top arm over and breathe. Now, optional here, take that top hand behind your head. As you exhale, bring it down and bring it back up. Careful here, balance wise, tap it down, open it up. One more, tap it down. Whoop. Open it up, extend that arm out, and then take it overhead and really bow up through the top ribs. So really stretch out those ribs and reach up. Release, hands go to your blocks. Find your pose. Just maybe set the blocks off for a second. Give me a nice solid plank. Woo. Breathe. Press away from the floor. Lower the knees. Keep the hands planted. Stretch back through the hips and stretch that upper body. Well done, everybody. Come on up. Downward facing dog. Step forward, right foot. You can take the blocks underneath your hands. Stay in your nice lunge. When you're ready, left hand stays where it is, right arm goes up. Make sure when you take that arm up that everything doesn't just kind of, I don't know, twist under that leg, that back leg. Make sure it's nice and solid. Hand behind your head, again, optional. Tap your knee and take it up. Good. One, two more. Down, open, and down, open, extend out. Lower that hand to your block. Turn your back foot to the side position. Right hand to right knee. Come on up. Warrior two. What is your torso doing? Can you feel this movement of the ribs, right? Find your breath. Breathe, smile. Good. Take that arm down to your thigh, take the upper arm up or the back arm up, hold right here, or optionally, hand behind your head. You're going to tap down and lift up. If you go too fast, like I tend to do, you're going to get dizzy or off balance. Last one. And reach. Whew, see, take it up. Reach over your ear and then bow up through those side ribs. And release. Take it down to your mat. Move your blocks. Step back, down dog. Pedal it out. Tippy toes. Lower your knees, everybody. Take those knees nice and wide on your mat. And then come on back, child's pose, but this time stack your hands and let your head rest on your hands. Find your breath, everybody. So still upper body work. We're getting some legs in there, but last few classes have been more focused with upper body. All right. Good. Come on up, everybody. Move your blocks out of the way. We won't need them for this next little bit. Plant the hands. Flip your toes under, downward facing dog. So notice in down dog that your feet are hips width apart. Again, we did this, I think, last class. Kind of like this option. So come to plank and then step your left foot toward the edge of your mat. They're both still straight. So now you got this wide stance or wider stance, your left foot out toward the side. Turn both heels to the right and come into side plank. Good, big deep breath. Maybe take the top arm overhead and reach up with the bottom or with the top ribs. And then release, hands come to the floor. Reposition the legs back to hips width apart, back to down dog. Pause. Plank pose. Right foot steps to the right. Both heels go to the left. We're scissor pose, plank. Reach the arm up. Maybe take it overhead and bow up through the top ribs, crunching up the bottom ribs. Reach up again. Take that hand to the floor. Woo. Lower the knees, everybody. Come on down. And breathe. This is our third class of focusing on the upper body. Just breathe. Table pose. We're almost done with the upper body part or the strengthening part of the upper body part. So come to all fours and then half plank. If you're not sure about half plank, the best way to do it is to come to full plank and then just drop the knees. What I see a lot is people put their butts up, and that's not really half plank. So the chest is forward, shoulders over, wrists. You're holding onto that beach ball between the elbows. And let's slowly take and again, for me, I like to bend the knees, cross my ankles. It is better on my knees to do it this way. Let's take it down for a little chaturanga. Take it down and then push up. Good. Let's do it again. You can take it all the way to the floor. Up. Just one more. All the way down. And push up. Keep the hands planted. Press back. And release. Whew. My goodness gracious. Okay. Grab your blankets, everybody. You're going to take your blanket long on your mat, okay? long on your mat so that it is pretty much stretched up all the way to the end of your mat, even a little further off. And then I want you to sit sideways and breathe. I'm telling that to myself. Breathe. And just again, notice maybe roll the shoulders out. We have been doing a lot of shoulder work lately. So if you're feeling a little cranky there, maybe you stretch or roll them out. So this again is some shoulder strengthening, but it's a lot of control. And you'll see what we're doing. So you're sitting to one side, the hand closest to the blanket. Go ahead and put it on the blanket. You're going to look toward the end of the blanket and simply start to slide. Now, I'm pushing down on my blanket as I go, and there's a point, I'm getting really close, where this is getting hard to hold, right? Triceps are working big time, shoulders are working big time. If you get to that point, drop the elbow. Take your other hand, slide yourself back up, okay? We're doing 4 more like that. Try to go slow, pay good attention, look in the direction you're going, see where you can go before that elbow has to drop, and then push up again. We got 1 left. Here we go. Slide, push, notice, oof, breathe, and down, and take it back up. Ooh, good. Shake that out. Stay with me here. We're going to come halfway out. So now we're leaning. We're going to pull the ribs in. I'm pushing into the floor. Take the top arm up, slide, and see if you can slide back. Good. Just 3. Push, slide, and squeeze back. Just one more, working with lats and shoulders out and back up. Woo, baby. Yep, that's it. All right, switch sides, everybody. I'm just going to move my blanket so I've got room. I know I've said the last couple of classes that why this is so important. We may be comfortable working legs, hips, glutes. That's my favorite stuff to do, but it is really important to keep these upper bodies strong and mobile and flexible and all that stuff without creating injury. Those muscles support the joints, especially up in the shoulders. All right, here we go. Remember what we're doing. Now you're going to look, you're going to start to slide. Slide, slide, slide. At some point, you're going to feel like if you keep going, you're just going to hit the floor. And then take your top hand and slide yourself back up. 2 more. Go slow. Slow. I get right about there and I know I'm starting to work. Here it's even harder. Drop the elbow, go. Push up. I know y'all think I'm just creative. Here we go. Last one. Breathe, work, 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 and down, and press back up. All right, same thing, only shorter. Top arm's going to come into play. Here we go. Take the top arm up. Pause, squeeze those ribs up, and then try to slide back. This is 2. And slide up. You can see I'm having a little more trouble on this side. And out. Maybe I'm going further. And up. Ooh, shake that baby out. All right. Last one here. Just take the tips of your knees on your blanket. Tips of your knees. Both hands to your blanket. Here we go. Start to slide. If you go too far, drop your elbows, end up on your belly. Whew. Release, take your hands underneath your shoulders, push out of that and come back. I'm sorry, I know this is just an odd thing, but it's really effective. So there we go, 2 more. Slide, slide, slide. Use your arms, use your shoulders, use your chest. And down. Hands under, push up. Come back. Last one, we're staying on the floor. There we go. Slide. Push into your blanket, everybody. Make that traction. Push, 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 and down. And fully release. Shake that out. Find your breath. Good. Press up. I lied. I forgot I wanted to do one more thing. Just move enough of your blanket back so that your knees are on your blanket and right foot is forward. So back leg is nice and neutral. We're pressing into the mat. Take that left arm up. So right foot forward, left leg back, left arm back, and stretch that front quad. You can take that hand right behind the head, but take it right at the base of the skull and pull the head up almost as you tuck chin, right? So that the head is really supported. And breathe. And release. Switch sides there. Take the right leg back, bring the left leg forward. Left hand to the thigh, take the right arm up. Start to stretch. Hand behind, really reaching into the skull and lifting that skull away from the neck. Tuck chin just a little. And open up. And release. Whew. Both knees. I like to flip my toes under. The hips curl under, the thighs press forward, right? So as we start to play with the idea of camel, I want you to take your left arm and bring it behind you. Listen up. You're going to take the right arm up, and the left hand is actually pressing the chest forward, but we're not diving into the lower back here, right? The right arm reaches up. I want you to take it behind the head. Lift the skull, tuck chin a little bit, and maybe find kind of a really cool little camel pose with that front body, big stretch, front body. And breathe. And release. Think about that blanket behind our backs, right? Shake that out. Same thing, other side. Your right or left arm's going to go up. Your left arm is going to go behind your back, preferably up the back just a little bit. Going to press in. Hand goes behind the head. Lengthen that neck. Take the hips forward as the chest lifts back. And release. Shake that out. Last one. Inhale, reach both. Exhale, both arms wide. Take them into your deep back pockets. Lift. Bring the head back. Lengthen up through the chest. Find camel pose. And release. Ooh, yeah, I know. That's a deeper back bend for sure. And then release your blanket. Go ahead and lay it back out. Come on back to your belly. Find that nice release. Shake it out. Just breathe. Lower the head onto your hands and lift one leg and then the other. Again, playing with this idea of locust pose, right? All the variations of locust that we can kind of fuss with. So here's one, right? Upper body is down, legs are lifted. A second one, the elbows, hands press into the floor and we lift our upper bodies. And breathe. Or lower that upper body down. Take those hands behind you, lift shoulders and arms, and then lift chest, neck, and head. And breathe. And lower everything down. Everything down. Bend the knees, windshield wiper. Lower. Shake that out. Take both arms behind. Roll the shoulders away. Lift the arms. Lift the legs optional. Take the right leg down, but reach the right arm forward. And then switch. The left arm reaches forward, the right leg is lifted, the left arm is down. And switch, like you're swimming. And switch, back body. And switch, one more, both sides. And switch. And release, bend the knees. Windshield wiper the legs. Lower the legs, shake it out, press the pubic bone in, everybody. Take the arms back, lift the legs, roll the shoulders away from the floor. Squeeze through that back body. Take the legs wide, by the way. And then cobra pose, we've been playing with this little variation for a while. Slide the hands forward right underneath the shoulders. Keep those legs lifted, elbows bent. Draw the elbows back. And as you lower the legs, see if you can lift the arms. And breathe. Maybe scrunch up the shoulders just for a second, right? Because that's what we'll tend to do. Or as my friend Deb says, we see people press through cobra using their arms and not their back body muscles. So scrunch the shoulders, but then draw the shoulders down and breathe. If that hurts your lower back, you should be lower, lower, or lower. And then everybody come on down. And breathe. I know this is a lot. Hang in there with me. We're almost done. Extend your right arm out. Turn on to your right side. Stack legs upon leg, leg upon leg, and arm above arm, and balance on that right side. And breathe. Take the top arm up, bend the bottom arm, everybody. Draw your right or your top knee to your chest. You're either going to hold behind the thigh, the shin, or the big toe. Whoop, and take it out to the side or take it up. I was rolling off to the side. Good. Try to stay on that bottom hip. Big deep breath. Release. Take that hand to the floor. Release that leg all the way down in front of you. Turn on to your side. Optionally come to your elbows. This may not be good for everybody's extended legs. So if that hurts, bend the knee instead. Little bit of an odd twisty sort of thingy. How's that for a term? Twisty sort of thingy. And breathe. Lower the upper body. Slide that hip all the way back. And then bring it back on top of the other one. I gotta turn around. I got a wall. Good. On the other side, straighten both legs, stack. Extend both arms, kind of relatively stack. Find your balance. Good. Release that top arm. Bend the knee. Reach for your big toe or your shin or your thigh. Try to stay solid on that side body. Oof. And breathe. Release the hands, slowly lower the leg. Turn yourself to your belly. You can come up on your elbows and breathe. Good. Lower the upper body. Slide the hip all the way back. Release, stack both. And just pause here for a moment. Good. Come on to your backs. If the blanket is under you, just make sure it is nice and neutral for you and it's not throwing off the ribs or the hips or the neck. And just feel your upper body. Draw both of your knees to your chest, stretch out the back. Grab ankles or big toes and let's come to happy baby. Let the arms and the elbows, shoulders rather, be really heavy. Like don't strain to reach a point with your hands. I would rather see you hold on to ankles than overreach into your feet. And just rock a little side to side. Stretching it all out. Finding our breath. Breathe. And then bring those legs back to your chest. Extend both legs out. Take both legs wide. So find your normal and let the toes kind of roll out. Or another way of saying this is this external rotation of the hips. Your hands can either be inside or outside if you want a little more support. And then keep the legs, but turn the feet in so that you're going more internal rotation. And then turn them out again. Bring both legs together. Whoo, bend both knees. Place one foot on the floor. Dig the elbows in. Lift the hips. This time the knee is bent toward chest. And lower. Both knees to chest. Both legs out. Both legs wide. Both legs in. Left foot to the floor. Find your lift. And lower. One more, both knees, or one more, both sides, both knees in, both legs up, both legs wide. Bring the legs in. Step down just with your right foot. Press up. And lower. Both knees to chest. Both legs straight. Widen. Bring them in. Knees to chest, left foot only, steps, press it up, lower it down, both knees to chest. Well done, everybody. Take your feet to the floor, lift your hips and shift the hips to the right. Lower those hips, but then bring the knees to chest and come into a nice, easy twist here, releasing all that work. Maybe pressing the top thigh away from you a little bit before relaxing. Deep breath. Length through the back of the neck. And your head, by the way, in twist, it can be neutral. It can be in the direction of your twist, or it can be turned away, but it should not feel strained. Your neck should not feel like it has to be in a certain direction in this pose. As you come out of this twist, I want you to take the right arm and just bring it across and curl up in a ball. Just curl up around like you were doing a fetal pose. Take everything back to center. Shift your hips to the middle and then over to the left. Knees come to chest. Let's come into our twist on this side. Maybe press that top thigh away just a little bit. Breathe. Can you release any tension that you're feeling in your body? Can you draw the breath to it? And then take the top arm, curl yourself all the way around like you're in a little ball on one side. From here, do me a favor if you can, just press up for a half second. So I want you to take the ends of your blanket, take the top end, and just curl it under once or twice. That's your neck or head is going to go there. And then take the bottom blanket and roll that up. And ideally, it may or may not work. I'm realizing the blanket's not nearly long enough, but that bottom blanket maybe will go underneath your thighs. And then come on down so that the bottom blanket is ideally just supporting behind your neck a little bit. And the bottom part of your blanket is somehow supporting under your thighs. If that doesn't work, don't worry about it at all. Just find your Shavasana, lengthen through the legs, through the hips, level out the ribs and the back body, and then relax through the arms, the neck, the shoulders, the face. Feel how your shoulders descend on the mat. And then maybe you ask yourself how you walk through the world, you walk through your day. What is your posture? Is it one of guarding? Is it one of openness or acceptance? Right? And it changes all day long. I notice it in myself that sometimes my arms are crossed and my shoulders are forward. And then other times I'm open and ready to receive. Breathe here. Relax tension in the jaw. Soft breaths in and out. Let go of thoughts as they come in. Go softer still. Start to move the body, start to wake it up. We're going to end class seated. So very slowly, I want you to just kind of wake yourself up, draw your knees to your chest, and roll the knees over to one side. And from there, slowly, slowly press on up. Find a really comfortable seat. You can keep your eyes soft or closed. Keep the energy really light. And then take one hand to the heart space and one hand to the upper belly. So here we have the upper hand, the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. And the lower hand is the third chakra, or the, I'm blanking out here, but the third chakra. And what's interesting about these two places is the lower hand, the third chakra, is our seat of instinct, right? Not intuition, but instinct. It is our fight and flight. It is our protect mechanism. If you're really tight through here, you could be in protect mode more than needed. And then the heart chakra also can be one of protection or one of openness and one of love. And they can often work together and sometimes work opposing. So I want you to just softly touch, hold both of these spaces. And with the upper hand, the heart chakra, just simply say to yourself, I love myself. Notice how that feels in your body. And just maybe a couple more times, softly, lovingly, I love myself. And then with the bottom hand, I trust myself. I trust myself. And then feeling the warmth created behind both hands, both the heart chakra and the third chakra here, solar plexus. I love and trust myself. And then allow the hands to come down. Feel the resonant warmth in your chest and belly. Know always that you can trust and love yourself. And that is always our beginning place. And then allow the eyes to flutter open. Take the arms up, everybody. Exhale to your heart. Bow to your own inner wisdom, the one that trusts and loves unconditionally. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day today.